Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not just all talk. He's the kind who puts his words into action and fights hard to get ahead. Whatever field he chooses, he's likely to make a strong mark because he not only dreams big but also works hard every single day. He's very organized and determined, so he will keep pushing himself even when things get tough.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's not the type to break down or hide away. Instead, he's likely to get very fired up, sometimes even losing his temper or raising his voice. He won't sit and sulk. He'll get back in the game, often with even more force.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people will probably respect his talent and drive, but he isn't the easiest person to get along with. He can be very blunt and sometimes even hurtful in the way he talks, which can easily lead to arguments or tension with coworkers. So he'll earn respect, but not much warmth.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he may find it hard to genuinely celebrate your success. Deep down, he wants to be the one leading the way, so your achievements may make him restless or even competitive instead of proud. If you want a cheerleader by your side, he may leave you feeling a bit alone in your victories.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he is very likely to feel bothered and may even resent it, though he might not say it out loud. He deeply wants to be seen as the stronger or more successful one, so your bigger paycheck can really hurt his pride. This could show up as arguments, snappy comments, or less warmth in how he treats you.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful with money and doesn't spend without thinking. He likes everything to be planned and organized, so you'll notice he keeps a close watch on his spending and saving. You're unlikely to see him wasting money or making random purchases. He tends to make practical choices.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He generally lives within his means and doesn't try to show off or pretend to be richer than he is. He values order and planning in his life, so he avoids unnecessary risks with money just to impress others. You can expect honesty and responsibility when it comes to his lifestyle and spending.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is not very open handed or warm hearted, especially with money or emotional support. He tends to hold on tight, both to his cash and his opinions, and doesn't easily share or give just to make others happy. So don't expect too much softness or generosity from him, either with money or with kindness.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more on the controlling and secretive side when it comes to money. He likes to be in charge of financial decisions, and you might find him keeping details to himself instead of sharing everything openly. This can feel tough if you prefer open discussions about money.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is mostly your responsibility, not something to be shared. He tends to see things in a very traditional, my way manner and is unlikely to step in and help unless there's a strong reason. If you're hoping for a partner who sees housework as a team effort, with him you may end up feeling unsupported and overburdened.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who may stand by and supervise rather than actually roll up his sleeves and help with chores or diapers. He likes to be in charge and might point out what you should do or how to do it, but he won't be quick to get his own hands dirty. Don't expect him to share these tasks equally. He's more likely to give instructions or comments rather than join in.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is more likely to argue to prove he's right rather than truly listen to your side. When there's a disagreement, his first instinct is to defend his point and show that his way is best, not to patiently understand your feelings or reasons. He can be quick to cut you off or talk over you, wanting to win the argument rather than solve the problem together.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he gets angry, he often doesn't hold back. He may say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. He's not good at controlling his temper, and his words can cut deep, sometimes leaving you feeling small or upset. With him, harsh words and rough behavior are more common than gentle understanding.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, often over small things. He reacts fast and sharply, not thinking much before he speaks or acts. Don't tell yourself it's just his nature or hope it will change by itself.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take responsibility when things go wrong. More often, he will shift the blame onto you or others. Rather than admit his own mistakes, you may end up feeling like you're always the one apologizing, just to keep the peace.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may have trouble fully respecting your boundaries, especially if he feels strongly about something. If you say no, he might keep pushing, argue, or try to convince you to change your mind instead of simply accepting your answer. Always trust your comfort and don't let anyone cross your limits.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, this is the kind of man who can take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings, he may feel rejected or even offended, reacting with sulking anger or sharp words. This can make you feel pressured or guilty for simply wanting your space.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be cautious. He tends to be blunt and can use private moments or things you've shared as ammunition during arguments if he feels hurt or wants to win a fight. If you value trust, safety, and true respect in your relationship, this is an important warning sign.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is not someone who gets easily distracted by other women. His focus is very much on his own goals and achievements. He usually values loyalty and expects the same in return. If you're worried about faithfulness, that's not his weak spot. But building true emotional intimacy and gentle caring may be a bigger challenge with him.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be over possessive and may act jealous or very controlling in the relationship. He wants things done his way and may watch your actions closely, question where you go or who you talk to. You might feel like you can't relax or be yourself without him getting upset.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what might look like a protective nature is really more about being controlling. He may say he's just looking out for you or caring for your safety, but in reality, he uses this as a way to set rules, keep tabs on you, and limit your choices. Instead of making you feel safe and cherished, you'll often feel watched or restricted.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will likely expect you to do most of the parenting work rather than seeing it as a true team effort. He tends to believe in clear roles and might see child rearing as mainly your responsibility, even if you're both busy or tired. While he may give instructions or set rules, he's not the type to share the daily load of caring, teaching, or comforting the kids.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. He reacts quickly and strongly when things don't go as planned and may raise his voice, scold them harshly, or act in a way that feels scary to children. Instead of comforting them or helping them understand what went wrong, his first response is to show his frustration.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to truly support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he may expect you to manage the home and children well, he often overlooks your needs, dreams, and identity outside of these roles. If having your own space and support matters to you, this could become a heavy burden.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem to support your career at first, but once a child comes, he's likely to expect you to put your job aside and focus fully on home and parenting. His support often depends on what fits his plan or comfort, not on your true happiness or ambition. You may find that after having a child, he pushes you, directly or indirectly, to quit or step back, saying it's best for the family. If keeping your own career is important to you, watch for these signs early and have open talks about expectations before big life changes.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but genuine warmth and caring may be missing. He'll do what's expected, say the right things, offer a formal greeting, but don't expect extra kindness, affection, or deep connections. If you hope for a son in law who brings genuine warmth and respect, he may leave you and your parents feeling a bit distant or unimportant. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than trying to fit into theirs.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He reacts quickly and strongly to problems. So instead of talking things out or keeping the peace, he might argue, become blunt, or even say hurtful things that raise the tension. His way of handling conflict is not gentle, and he rarely steps back to see things from others' views.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might seem modern and open minded when it's just the two of you, but will expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife, respectful, obedient, and following old customs when his relatives are around. He has clear ideas about how things should look to others, and he wants his family to see you fitting into their expectations. Be prepared for double standards and think about what truly feels right for you.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his family, he's more likely to stay out of it or quietly support their side rather than stand up for you. He may expect you to adjust and solve the issues on your own, thinking it's your job to fit in with his relatives. With him, don't expect a strong ally in family matters.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy and will rarely choose your side in a conflict with his mother. His loyalty is deeply tied to his mother and family traditions, and he believes in respecting and following their wishes, even if it means you feel left out or hurt. In any disagreement, he will often expect you to adjust and might not stand up for you or your feelings.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share the details of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister. This habit shows that he values their opinions and seeks their approval even in personal issues that should stay between a husband and wife. It means your privacy will not be fully respected and sensitive topics may not stay just between you two.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with him day in and day out can feel like walking on eggshells. He is demanding, quick to anger, and wants everything done his way.